Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about, is designer fashion a joke? Or, more importantly, are you in on it?
Stop looking at me, you keep looking at me.
Now, every once in a while, some piece of designer fashion, whether it's like a meme from Balenciaga or something else, breaks into the mainstream, and then you see a lot of comments saying, luxury fashion is a prank, or all these brands are just running a social experiment. I think a lot of people view this as like every piece of designer fashion should be taken ultra seriously and it represents luxury and high class. But I think one of the best parts of designer fashion that distinguishes it from any mass market brand is the humor or irony that's kind of infused into the pieces and collection as a whole. So today we're going to look at 3 different brands and how they don't take themselves too seriously but still present a lot of very cool clothes. So the first brand is going to be Doublet. Now this is a Japanese brand that first came on my radar with these sweaters that had like an inside out face on the front of them. Basically the appeal of these was you'd flip the graphic over your head and then it would have the animal face like right side out on your face. They also have more cute ones, so this is a teddy bear. And that's kind of, I think, how the brand like had their first big break. The next one we're gonna look at is actually a video. Now, this was a season where they had a lot of Polaroid pictures on t-shirts, bags, and then hoodies. And then part of the graphic text would say like, don't take a flash picture. But then when you ultimately did, it would show an image on the Polaroid frame. So we'll watch the video.
So I recently got this shirt from a Japanese brand called Doublet that has like this Polaroid on the front that says surprise, and on the back it says like no flash photography please. And so if you take a photo of it like this with flash, this is what you get. Pretty sick, huh?
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Like
Just a cool piece, but then with a little bit of a joke to it. The next brand we're going to talk about is a personal favorite for both me and my girlfriend, which is going to be Loewe. You want to come show your shirt?
My shirt. Hi.
Whoa, dope!
I would never buy that big logo, but I like this shirt.
Cool. So, Loewe can kind of be viewed as a very serious luxury house with their leather goods and their heritage. But since Jonathan Anderson has joined the brand, I think he's added so many fun twists in the clothing. First is going to be the pixelated hoodie. When I first saw this on Vogue, it was just awesome. Like, it just looked like straight out of a video game, and how different pieces like stood out. I just thought executed perfectly. Also, one more comment with my girlfriend is she has the like Loewe heels that have the nail polish on the bottom. They also did this with an egg and then soap, like these different fun these different fun everyday objects. And the normal people's reaction to them was so great. Everyone just like, once you kind of spotted the heel on the bottom of the shoe, was like, oh my god, can you believe that? And the egg one was like the most creative like joke out of all of them, like walking on eggshells. But just the way he's able to take something classic and then completely make it modern but keep the elegance there, I think is what makes Loewe such an amazing brand. The last brand I'm going to talk about is Mihara Yasuhiro. I've talked about this brand on the channel before, mostly with their sweatpants, but I feel it's super underrated and they just keep getting better. This is another Japanese brand that really does a lot of like riffs on American culture. One of the fun pieces from this current season is this huge dollar bill scarf. I'll show you a picture, but super exaggerated, and then it kind of has the Mihara Yasuhiro branding throughout. So that's the scarf. And then also from this past spring-summer season, they had a pair of tourist sweatpants. So they had this like camera hanging down and then a belt and a flannel tied around, but all of this is like printed on like a Trump Loewe. I don't know if I said that right. Anyway, these are what they look like. So kind of like making fun of like the, American with like all of their shit tied onto them. And then the last piece I have to show from them is from the runway. So this is what it looks like. Like every piece of this look is kind of like, well, the general vibe I would say is like very masculine and kind of like, I guess, casual with the baggy jeans, the Converse looking shoes, the faded out flannel. But then you have this like cropped puffer jacket that still goes with the aesthetic, but it kind of just is like this really funny addition to the overall outfit. The way they're able to like take an aesthetic and still keep it very consistent or keep it recognizable, but adding their own twist, I think is done very funny and cool at the same time. Those are three of my favorite brands and how they kind of infuse irony and humor into their fashion collections, but I'd love to hear some of yours. And with that being said, like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.
Hot shit.